Janae, do you think then that you're an American, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Right, come over, will you be on mic for a second? I'll need to quiz you about the views of an American. Is that the right microphone? Right, Janae is the engineer. She's here today. She is a genuine American lady. Now, Janae, let's work out what some of your views are. You've been watching about an hour of this show. Also, you've been privy to the bits while records were on, where Matt talks about things like, his bowel dysfunction, his homosexual desires, in explicit graphic detail. What do you make of this radio show?
I like it a lot. I think it's funny. It's better than some of the stuff we appear.
Some of it, but not all of it.
Most of it. Better than most of it.
Shall we push that a little bit further?
It's the best show I've ever heard in my life.
Woohoo! There we go. We've conquered America. It's Beatlemania. Better than Jesus? Who wouldn't be? Come on, start smashing our LPs right away. We'll get this podcast to #1. But excuse me, Janae, could you, we need our podcast to be lady. In America. Excuse me, lady, you my mum. Can I have a cuddle, please? We want that. Can you tell people in America to listen to our podcast, please? Because I'm making films over here now. I've got to come over here, become famous. I don't like it when I'm not famous. It's
I'll get it out on MySpace. Right away. Definitely.
Janae.
And I'll listen.
Willie, you'll listen. Yeah. Janae. I don't know if I've ever felt these urges before.
Janae, you've got about 2 minutes. Get out of there.
I'm afraid it's already too late. We listen to, what are we going to listen to? The Libertines now?
Libertines.
Let's listen to Libertines in honour of Carl Bratt and Pete Doherty having a reunion gig at the Hackney Empire in London this week. Thank you for all the emails from around the world.
He's so behind, isn't he?
I don't know what's going on.
Has that just come through on Coconut Mail? Dig, dig, dig. Carl Bratt, stop. Dig, dig, dig. Reunion gig, stop.
Mowgli's just running here. He's very excited about something. He's telling me a man called Buzz Aspinall's up on the moon.
Dirty Den shot. Shocker.
Why, Angie? Why won't you give him the divorce, you bitch? Have you ever jabbed a pin in someone?
No, but I was once assaulted with a pin.
Oh yeah, well yeah, tell us about it.
I was walking home from Scouts.
What a little square. So you deserved everything you got.
And we've talked about this loads.
I know.
Because you enjoy it more than you should.
I know, I love this story. Come on, tell it.
And this kid called Darren was on the back of another kid's BMX.
Darren French.
Yeah.
He won't mind. It's not an attack on him. It's a...
It's a radio too.
Yeah, he's not.
He was riding on the stunt pegs of a BMX.
Darren French. He was on the stunt nuts at the back of the BMX.
He stood on there.
Like a king.
And he had, like a king being transported around by a sort of idiot slave.
One of his
and he was
lackeys.
like pedalling and went past me and then nobly said pin pin and stuck a pin into my arm.
What a brilliant thing for Darren French.
And it looked like they were doing that for the day, just going around saying pin pin and putting the pin in. It really hurt.
Did it, mate?
Yeah.
Where was it? The arm?
I think it was the arm, that's how I remember it, but...
Pin! What I like about it are these things. He was on the back of a stunt nuts, that's brilliant. Yeah. Like an emperor, like I imagine him like Caesar, all nobly, the way that Caesar would stand up at the back of a chariot. He had the pin in his hand, and the fact that as he went by, and I imagine the bloke driving the bike's like a little hunched, little sort of grunt.
Got him good that time, Lord.
Nice one, master. Hey, he'll be think twice before walking these streets, won't he? Silence, Hugo. I really liked that he went, pin, like he announced it. Like he was so confident. And he announced it in that's quite a camp thing to say, isn't it? Pin. It's weird.
It's weird.
Pin. Because it's not like,
do you know what?
Mug.
He did it without looking at me.
He didn't even look at you.
He just went pin.
Could have been anyone. It's a drive-by pinning. Say you go to ring someone on your mobile phone, right? You're sending a text message and it goes, message failed. I bet you think that your phone's like a little robot that's trying to help you and like it doesn't want you to send that message because it's going to lead to difficulties.
Absolutely not.
You think that.
Absolutely
and if you try and ring someone, oh no. Jeez, like just did the cuckoo sign at me. Right, sending text messages of support, right, because alright, I'll admit it, I do think, if I try and send a text message and then it goes, message failed, I think that I'm a bit like Knight Rider and my phone's a bit like Kit and the phone's trying to help me, going, no, Michael, don't send that text message.
Oh, hang on, right, so you've written something that shouldn't be sent.
You've written something like, maybe you're
saying, look, I don't think I should ever see you again, Henry. You really hurt me, right?
Yeah.
And then you go press send, and it goes message failed, right?
It's giving you a second chance.
I think that the universe is like saying, don't send that. Not the universe. The phone is like the car in Knight Rider kit, and it's trying to help you.
Your mobile phone's a little robot assistant.
Gandhi, Twiglets, Fiddlesticks, on with the show. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me.
Message failed. Oh, thank you.
Cooper.
That's what you'd call it.
Just call it
Cooper, I guess you're right. I'll reword it.
You're right. Yes, Cooper, of course. It's obvious, Cooper. If I send that now, she'll know that I really love her. Message failed. Yes, Cooper, I will change it to a much more Byron-esque form of text.
No network coverage. Cooper, you're brilliant.
Yes, Cooper, of course. That will be an offence. I won't do that now.
Cooper, Henry, back in the van.
We'll solve these mysteries, so help us, with my trusty Hoover and Cooper. Message failed. Cooper, I don't want you to see me like this. Look away, Cooper. You'll lose respect for Daddy.
You're meant to be. Look, we've brought you on this show to be the voice of reason after we've said some things like monkeys are responsible for the death of Freddie Mercury. Then you've come on and behaved like an absolute idiot.
But you're one of the most sane primatologists I've heard. I mean, I've learned so much about monkey behaviourology by listening to your show.
Roger, let's
and
first.
You're a top guy. You should be at Cambridge.
Roger, I don't think I should be. I think you're drunk, Roger.
I'm meant to be very knowledgeable about all aspects of animal behaviour.
Right.
Meant to be. But you're going to find me out.
So you train dogs that have got problems. Say there's a dog that's a bit eccentric, you can train it to behave in a normal fashion, is that right?
So they try and ask the dog, why are you biting postman, or why don't you like the wife, or why don't you...
Dogs shouldn't be getting married for a start, unless it's to a cat growling things.
I put him on a couch and you know, get some rational explanation. But no, I mean, like today I was with a bull terrier.
Oh yeah,
called Abba,
you dirty devil. I hope you use something. We don't want any more problems.
Seriously, this is clean. But she wanted to chase her tail. All her life has been about chasing her tail. And she's only 9 months old, and you imagine spending most of her living days have been chasing her tail, and not surprisingly, her tail was getting a bit stumpy and sore.
I'm not surprised. She was good at it.
So it was all about frustration and lack of environmental enrichment and lack of predictability in her life. And she's going to be just great.
Lack of predictability.
Yes, they like predictability.
They like things to be predictable.
Certainties.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, a dog needs to live in a world of certainty. Why do you think it is then that Coco the gorilla just wants to ogle women's knockers all day?
Well, there's a whole area. I came across a book, actually, and it's entitled Zoophilia.
Dirty devil, you've just focused on your work.
About you know, people hanging around with oversexed Dobermans and indeed primates and donkeys and all sorts of things. And it's been going on for thousands, millions of years.
What, are you talking about bestiality?
You know, sexual relations between humans and for humans, primates and other animals. And, of course, the church has taken a very stern line against this.
Yeah, those squares.
I'm not allowed back in there with Daisy.
It has to be between, and I think it is officially an offence. So it's probably an offence to even talk about it on radio.
Roger, why are you standing up for bestiality? This is Radio 2. This is the Queen's favourite radio show. You're coming on here saying that the church should be shut down, not because of the views on homosexuality, but because they don't let us have it off with animals when we fancy it.